Welcome to the Operation Game Night podcast. We have a very special episode for you today. Very special debrief. Get ready for a pass and review. Joining me as always, he's fresh off a Viking Minute and back at attention. He's Basic Cadet Clayton Gable. How you doing, Clay?
Basic Cadet Gable reports as ordered. How you doing?
At ease. Joining me and my co-host Clayton, he just threw out a paw and is ready to perfectly deliver Schofield's quote at the Knowledge Bowl. Basic Cadet Jared Erickson. How you doing, Jared?
Sir, Schofield's quote is as follows. I don't remember that shit.
Oh, man. That's too bad. Well, today is a special episode because we are debriefing Falcons, the U.S. Air Force Academy board game. This is one that is near and dear to all of our hearts as recent graduates. I will start by saying that the views of this podcast are ours alone and not reflective of the Air Force Academy or the Air Force at large, nor are they the opinions of the Department of Defense. And I don't think that this Falcons board game is related to the Air Force Academy or the Department of Defense at all, although it does have the official trademarked logo of the Air Force Academy right there on the board. So, This is a new one from Turning Point Games. Designer is Samuel Brush and Zaid Koch. Those are two West Point grads. Boo.
What?
Boo.
Yeah.
How
But
did
the artist is Johan Anderson II, and he is a 2019 grad of the U.S. Air Force Academy. And man, the art really sings in this one. It's really cool. I don't know if they have a whole lot of photos up. Let me see if I can pull some up. But today we're talking Falcons U.S. Air Force Academy board game, which is a move around the board type game with a little bit of secret auctioning at the end. What a twist. So if you're watching the YouTube video, you'll see what we refer to as the Terrazzo or the Terrazzo level of the Air Force Academy. You've got the big cadet chapel off to the left-hand side. You've got these big kind of sandstone-looking blocks that go around this big grass area. You see a couple of airplanes, the static displays that are there at the Air Force Academy, big Air Force logo in the center, and you have these little cadets that march around the Terrazzo, collecting resources and collecting cards to prepare for competitions and your 4 major milestones that you experience at the Air Force Academy. So the way that this plays, you shuffle these individual decks. Blue with the book is academics. The kind of reddish, brownish, gray one. Oh, it's silver. It's silver. Those are training cards. And then you have the yellow lightning bolt. That is, they call them action cards. They really missed a opportunity to call them athletic cards. But I understand why they did it, because the theming of the action cards are not strictly limited to athletics. So on your turn, you're going to start on the left-hand side of the Terrazzo, and you are going to move your cadet clockwise around the Terrazzo on these blocks. And the blocks around the outside have different symbols on them. And on your turn, let me see if I can get a close-up of this. Enhance.
Oh, yeah.
Enhance.
Get me in there.
All right. That's a better view. There we go. So you got your little cadets. And up at the top, you have the 4 different rounds, which represent the 4 different years at the Air Force Academy. On your turn, you are going to pick up your cadet. If you are the one that's closest to the start of the Terrazzo, being this little corner over here by the F4. I think that's the F16. Not important.
It's a plane.
It's plain.
Semantics.
And you can move your cadet as far forward as you want on any given move. You could jump all the way to the end if you want to, but there's disadvantages to that. You jump forward onto these spaces that have these different symbols to collect cards that are associated with those symbols, whether it's action cards and training cards, academic cards. Oh, I lost my zoom in. There we go. And so you can move as far forward as you want, but ideally you want to hit every single block leading up to the competitions at the end so that you can have as many cards in your hand before the competitions hit. The end goal of the game is to score as many, they call it the general order of merit.
Oh, man.
It's the board order of merit. You want to be the highest ranked cadet out of all the cadets that are participating. In a 3 or 4 player game, if you are the last place cadet at the end of the 4 years, you are disenrolled, which feels really sad and like it has some serious stakes. But you're collecting these cards, you're moving forward. The only rule is every turn, you cannot place your cadet into the same Tizo block that you are already in. So you have to move to the next segment. And you'll notice that like a couple of them have 4 spaces, a couple have 3. So in a 4-player game, some of these 3 block sections of the Terrazzo, you might have to skip over entirely because they're already full. So you got to kind of seize initiative a little bit, and you might have to jump forward to the cards that you really want. Kind of a cool aspect. I played it 2 players. That is the worst way to play this game. I would highly recommend 3 or 4. We skipped over like half the Terrazzo because there are sections of the Terrazzo that are specifically for 3 or 4 players. Now you get to the competitions at the end, and the competitions kind of look like this, and they have the title of the competition, some cool artwork, and then some associated rewards that you get for winning that competition. The competition is triggered when the last cadet moves in or past the space. There's like kind of a brackets for the competition. When the last cadet enters that space or moves past it, the competition begins. And those that are inside the brackets for the competition are the only ones that get to participate. So you got all these cards that you are gathering. They have associated values with them. And then the action cards have different things that kind of break the game a little bit. So action cards will allow you to negate the other player's cards. They allow you to draw more cards. They allow you to change your dice rolls. They allow you to do different things. So competition begins. You pick up to 3 cards in your hand that match the symbol of the competition, whether it's academics or training, or the final competitions are both. So you can play both cards. Some of the cards have a dice on them or a die. And when you play those cards, you roll a die, which has a higher potential. It's 1 through 6. You have a potential for a higher number because most of the other cards only go up to 5. And the highest value wins the competition. Now, some of them are not worth winning. You want to actually place second. I don't know why they did this. Like the superintendent's pen. If I win the superintendent's pen, I get 1 general order of merit point. I move my little score marker on the outside of the board 1 space. The person that comes in second gets 3. And some of these make sense. Like there's one called like Ghost Cadet or something, and it's a cadet with like a brown paper bag on his head. And I get that. Like you're trying to fly below the radar. You want to score like less than the highest person. There's another one called Water Haze where it's got a person jumping off the 10 meter.
Can't say that. Can't say that.
Water Haze is printed on the card, Clayton.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Nope.
Wait. Hazing is cool now.
Survival. It's
We're
cool.
good with hazing.
Oh, we're back on hazing. Okay.
We're back to selective training to meet strategic ends. Okay. So on some of them, I get it. You're not trying to place first. It's kind of thematics. I think they're just trying to inject a little bit of strategy into it. But you play up to 3 cards face down. You all reveal simultaneously. The person that gets the highest value wins the first place prize, and then second, and then third. Some of the competitions give you abilities later on. So like Superintendent's Pen says discard before a competition. This competition, your opponents have to play their cards face up before you play your cards. So you know what you're kind of getting yourself into, and you can kind of win a select competition, or maybe you play second strategically if you're trying to get more points. All that to say, you resolve the competition. You keep moving your cadets around until you get to the final competition, which are the 4 major milestones. These are always the same. The other ones are kind of randomized out of a big stack of them. But the final competitions are recognition, commitment, ring dance, and graduation.
Yeah.
And those have, of course, higher and higher values every year that you're go around the Tizo. Okay. Graduation, you get 8 points if you win, which is kind of cool. And then if you win those, you keep them in front of you. I will say the other aspect is honor or character. They call it character, which are these little kind of scales.
Yeah.
I don't know why they call it character versus honor. It's not a big thing, but you have a little baggie, a little silk baggie with all these tokens that have the character symbol on them. When you land on a space that has a character token or a character symbol, you reach in the baggie and you draw one out and you place it face down, and it's secret. Like nobody knows how much character you have. And the player with the most character at the end of the 4 years gets 6 additional points, and then it helps resolve any ties for score. Then, once you finish a year, everybody gets to the end of the Terrazzo. You kind of march them around. You line them up at the beginning of the Terrazzo, and you go again. But this time, you will draw these event cards. And the events change the rules of the game for the future rounds, and they stay in effect through your 4th year. Some of them are, one of the ones that we had was every time you play multiple cards, their values are multiplied instead of just added together. And I don't really know what all of these events look like, but they change things ever so slightly. Another one was like everybody rolls a die, and they get that many general order of merit points immediately. So yeah, you go around 4 years, you get 3 different events. The first year does not have an event. Once you complete the final competition of graduation, the game is over. You tally up all the general order of merit points. You award 6 additional to the cadet with the most character, and whoever has the most general order of merit points at the end is the winner. And that is the U.S. Air Force Academy board game.
Wow.
Is that enticing to either of you?
Yes.
I'll tell you what. It sounds funner than I thought it would. It has some mechanisms that harken to, modern board gaming, like that time track traveling. You got patchwork, you got first in flight, things like that utilize a similar system. I like that system a lot, where you can choose to jump ahead, but you're foregoing some things. So that's kind of cool. I don't know how fun it actually is, but I definitely am digging the theme. They've got some nice touches in there. I am staring at the guy in his bathrobe.
Yeah.
And that's really just taking me back to standing on the wall. It's wild.
I mean, obviously we know Clay is going to be the lowest order of merit. It's just known
disenroll.
to man. Disenroll now. I mean, the guy tried to leave day one, but now look at him. He has his own podcast with fellow
Look at him now.
I think this is classic game that you're going to really, really enjoy with your fellow alumni. But when I bust it out with my ROTC grad friends, they're going to be like, shut the hell up. I don't know if I want to talk to you anymore. But it still would. I still think it'd be fun. Still, canned sports drinks. Are you kidding me?
I know.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many good stories that you're going to tell. The game might only take you 45 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe
Rachel and I
longer.
played this in like less than half an hour with 2 players because we were just like bebopping around the T-zone so fast.
Yeah. But you're gonna flip these cards and just be like, oh my gosh, let me tell you this story, and then you're gonna reminisce. The best experience you're gonna have is like when the 3 of us play it and we just like bust up laughing and tell stories and stuff. It's not going to be necessarily the gameplay itself, which is, maybe it's the theme that's going to really shine through, and it's going to be a very niche customer base for sure. But I mean, it's still got a good mechanic, like you're saying, that you could still, as long as you don't pull out your inner Jerry and like me and get the 5 milli out. Maybe if I withdraw my personality a little bit, you could maybe go easy on the stories, and it could appeal to a different kind of customer, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a game of nostalgia, and it's made for a very niche audience. I understand that. Those that know what the Air Force Academy is and know what they do there, I think they'll get some appreciation out of it. The mechanics are really simple. The rule book is super short. But the art and like the flavor text on all these cards is so good. Like airmanship training shows a cadet jumping out of a plane. The flavor text at the bottom says "stand in the door." Behind that, I wish this one was showing, but it says dually training. It's got like a freshman in the front leaning rest doing push-ups, and the flavor text says like, that's not the correct quote, front leaning rest. One of the competitions is like the Astro final, and it shows this cadet that's like sweating, and he's like, scribbling with his pencil. There's some really cool flavor text in here. One of the competitions, I'm not sure why it's a competition, but it's called like IC athlete. It's got a cadet that's like a football player, and he's like sitting on the grass, like chugging a Powerade and, sitting with his helmet. They're kind of cool. Like they definitely put a lot of academy into this game. The mechanics are really light, and it's not going to be for everyone. I get that. But for those that are academy grads and get an appreciation of what that place is, this game is like a cool gift to give them. Now, let's talk price for a second. This came to Kickstarter. Boo. This came to Kickstarter. Did not fulfill its Kickstarter goal. Okay, they have this one, and they have the West Point game. And the West Point, I'm assuming, is the exact same mechanic, just different art, different flavor text. Probably the two designers that are U.S. Military Academy graduates probably put a lot more into that one, and then had the USAFA cadet or the USAFA grad do the art. It did not reach its Kickstarter goal, but they found a way to publish it anyways, and it's basically only available at Amazon. I don't even know if you can buy it from Turning Point Games, but I understand that Trophy Point. Yeah. Trophy Point Games. $70 for this game. It's a lot. It's expensive, and it's going to be a gift that you get for USAFA grads or people that have an appreciation for this, but I don't know if there's like a $70 game in this game. They're just not mass producing it. So there's pluses and minuses. I got it. There's no way that I was not going to get it. It's worth it to me. But it's a steep cost for a simple game like this.
Do you think there's a world, if this was a $30 game, that anybody besides an Air Force Academy graduate would buy and play this game?
I think people in the Air Force might appreciate it. They might sell more copies. If you're not an Air Force Academy graduate and you have no frame of mind for what any of this means, you're not going to get it, and you're going to pull out the canned sports drink and be like, what the hell is going on here? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many more units they would have sold if they would have sold it at $30. It's kind of a niche thing. It's a niche market. It's a niche customer base that they're aiming for. And I don't think that there's like interesting enough mechanics to move that many more copies outside of those that appreciate the nostalgia of the game.
Well, I'm gonna have to get it. I mean, it just for these cards alone. I mean, could I really call myself an Air Force Academy graduate that has a board game podcast and 250 board games? And could I look myself in the mirror at night and not have this game on my shelf? I don't think I can.
Probably not.
This is pure nostalgia, like you said, and I don't care if I ever play one full game of it. I want it.
Yeah.
And I will get it.
Yeah. Now, I think the bigger test is Jared, because Jared's an Air Force Academy grad. He lives, breathes, bleeds Air Force Academy. So, Jared, at $70, will you buy this game?
Oh, boy.
That's
you know what? One. It's going to have to potentially be after Christmas, after I get some Christmas money. Okay.
Yep.
But I think I'm sold, because even when you just pulled up the player mat and I saw the Terrazzo, the first thought that went into my head was when I was back as a freshman during basic, just running around the Terrazzo. And, there's some of us who went to the Air Force Academy for 5 years. Maybe not on the Terrazzo, but it took us a little bit longer to go to the Air Force Academy. And it just took me back. And I'm going to get it. But I might need some Christmas money to get me over the edge.
I can't wait for the prep school expansion.
Oh,
God.
That's what
Jared,
I'm saying.
you should design that for them.
You should design it, and then like every time you draw a card that is, I don't know, if you draw a card that is like training and it's like a certain color or whatever, you have to yell like B squad, and then you get to move
C
like
squad?
one general order of merit further or something.
I mean, when I went to the Naval Academy for when they played Navy this year, I wore my Air Force prep shirt, and people are throwing up C squad, and it's a good expansion. Hit me up, boys. Yeah. Operation Game Night. We're on Instagram. Yeah, just let us know. We'll be advisors. We're drinking the Kool-Aid.
The academic probation expansion where you have to memorize.
Now that one I could design.
Yeah, in the corner. It's like the go to jail spot in Monopoly. You have to sit there until you can memorize a quote or something.
Yeah. You know what? The prep school might be in there in the cards. Did you flip through all the cards?
I did not see any prep school. They do have like not all the cards for academics, training, and actions are different. They have like, I don't know, maybe 10 of each. But yeah, I did not see any prep school in there.
Okay. Well, expansion, boys. Hit me up.
That's right.
I'm ready.
All right. Did we do it?
We did it.
We could talk about this one for a long time. We could share war stories, but we're going to wrap this one up. This has been Falcons, the U.S. Air Force Academy board game by Trophy Point Games. I have been Basic Cadet Smith. He has been Basic Cadet Gable, and he has been Basic Cadet Erickson. And we are out.